Okay, everybody, better a day late than day early on this. I'm checking the tumblers here. Got my agates that I've been tumbling. Sorry, I don't have my tripod set up this morning. That's in the house still. Just getting everything washed out. These are my agates. They just finished the second stage of polish. These are the ones that I got with the Star Diamond tumbler that I bought at the auction. So they're not ones that I actually collected myself, but they are really nice, and some of them are fluorescent. They're looking like they're coming along really nicely. They were previously tumbled with coarse, so I didn't bother putting them through number one. They were sold as partially tumbled, so I just skipped number one, and they are looking like that was the right choice for me, was to just skip number one, because now they are looking really nice. So that's the agates. Now I'll pause the video, and here we've got the progress on the Sunstones. They just finished 8 days in stage 3. So let's see what they're looking like. As you can see, I bought one of these laundry sink basins from Home Depot to do my rocks in. Just set it up outside. They're looking good. Oops. Gotta get all that grit off. Look really nice and smooth. Feel nice and smooth. Catch the sun real nice. Now what I did when I started these out, for those of you that haven't caught this from the beginning, is when I started these Sunstones, I started with 2 batches because I had a large lot and a small lot. And you know, you usually don't want lots of different sized material put together because the small ones, these started out about, you know, about this size. So a lot of them have chipped since I've combined them, but I am going to end up with a lot of good ones out of this, and some of the larger ones have schiller too. So I started out with a batch of small ones and a batch of large ones with, you know, with the poly beads, poly pellets. And I then, after running them on course, I decided to put them together into one load and combine them so they didn't get all that beat up when they started out. But that's because I didn't have enough of the large size to fill a complete tumbler barrel load all by itself. And rather than have to wait until I could get more large ones, I cut the large ones with poly pellets to fill the load. And then when they wore down from the coarse grit, I had enough to fill the barrel up 2/3 of the way. So it would be enough to run a batch in one of these 3-pound barrels. And these are the 2 barrels that are running on my little Harbor Freight double 3-pound, 6-pound total combined weight systems. So it's been running for 3 weeks now. I've had no issues with it. A lot of people say they're junk, but I bought the warranty with it, and so far that's worked as insurance, I guess, against anything going wrong with it that might go wrong, because it knows that, you know, never tempt the fates. If you don't buy the warranty, things are going to go wrong, because it means you're going to have to go out and pay the full price for another one. But if you buy the warranty, nothing's going to go wrong with it because you're covered until the warranty goes away, and then it'll die on you. But yeah, so there's a piece with Schiller. Let's see, where did it go? There it is. There's the Schiller. Get it in the frame, that might help. But these are from the Ponderosa mine, so they're legal to sell. I bought them at a event that I did, a show that I was set up at. So I'll be able to get these out there. I also left some of the red basalt. These are not from the area of Plush. The Ponderosa mine has a mine that is elsewhere, not in the Plush area. There's another one with some nice Schiller. But yeah, so I bought this material from people that were set up there, and so it's not from the public collection area on the BLM land. The BLM land material is not able to be sold due to it being BLM land. It's public collection, but they restrict you on the usage of the material from the public collection area. I don't know how they keep track of it, but probably they manage somehow. So I'd rather not risk it and stay totally safe. I'm going to try to see because I know people cut stones out of material found on BLM land and are allowed to sell it at shows, but I have not seen rough material sold from BLM land sites. So I'll have to try to see, how much modification is required, whether I can, put up a nice thumbnail, label it, or tumble the material and be able to sell it. But that might be a little bit tough to do. They probably don't want to answer questions about that 100%. So I'll just find out. I'll have to try to chase down the right person to ask and probably get it in writing so I can get, myself fully covered from any liability down the road if they come knocking on my door, because it is the government, that they would come and knock on my door about things. So if given a chance. Now we're down to about a half barrel, and these are going to go to tumble in polish next for the next next week. And these are going to go to fine compound. So these will be done next week. These will be one step, they'll be going on to polish next week. And I've got to get my other tumblers up and loaded. I've got some bloodstone to go in my other 6-pound tumbler coming up this next batch. And I haven't received it yet, so I'm going to start it when I do this. Get this on next week, so I just do one day where I have everything reset. But I've got another 3-gallon, which is going to be started with jaspers starting today, and it's going in on stage 2, which is medium. Like these started out because they came in at the same time in the same material. So that will start today. So next week we'll be checking on these polished and possibly going on to burnish for a few days. These will be going on to polish next week, and then the others will be going on to fine next week. So look forward to that video next Friday. Hope you're enjoying my videos. Happy hunting, and I'll see you again later.